Good morning, guys, and welcome once more to our Love Across Borders channel. And it's always a pleasure to come here and connect with you. So, if you're here and you can hear us, please let us know. Let me know in the comment section. And I apologize for last week. It was so blurred, like I could barely myself stand that video afterward. So I hope that today the image and the sounds are better. Okay, so let me know already if you're here in the comment section. And please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do it. Okay, every Sunday we come here and we unpack a letter from the heart. These are real story that people encounter every day, and they send it to us so that we can just because they want to bring a little bit of clarity over what they're going through, and that's what we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. And I don't do this myself by myself, right? I have people here in the studio with me. We all work together and hope we help that we can at the end of today's show will maybe help someone out there. That's the goal. We're trying to build a community. Okay. So welcome once more. Welcome once more. And I have one person here in the studio already. Hi, CB. You want to say hello? Welcome.
Hi,
I,
ma'am. Happy
oh,
Sunday. And happy Sunday, everyone.
oh, that's
Am I
Siri.
the only
That's
one
Siri.
in the studio?
No, it's only you. I say CB and for some reason my computer thought that I said Siri, and Siri was like,
Oh
I
my
can do that. Yeah,
God. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I know. Yeah,
TV
so
sounds like
guys,
Siri.
I know CB and Siri, Luke is in the comment section. Comfort, welcome Comfort, and who else is here? Juliet, Netizen Global, AJ. So, guys, if you're here, please, this is your time to like, this is your time to share, okay, and invite other people so that we can all dive into that story together. And Miss Elise hasn't joined the studio yet, so I hope she's gonna be here in a I hope she's gonna be here in a moment. Okay, she got my message. So she'll be here in a moment. Yes, guys, like it's the time for you to like, it's the time for you to comment. Let us know that you're here. I see there were some people who commented like early today to tell me that they were ready, but I don't see them now. I don't know what's happening. Okay. So CB, CB, can
Ma'am,
you hear me?
I'm here. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I can
So
hear you,
what
ma'am.
Yeah, so while waiting on some people to connect, there's something right that has been kind of like going through my mind. Like, a few weeks ago we talked about Annie Idibia. I think twice we did a show on her on what was going on in her marriage with Two-Face Baba.
Yes,
What
yes,
are
sir.
your thoughts about her comeback? Now you look on social media and she's back, dressed up, coming off luxury cars, and just like like you can tell that she's trying to like prove a statement, right? Like, hey, I'm still me, and she's pretty, she's beautiful. So, what are your thoughts around that comeback?
Okay, I'm happy that she's not sulking, but then I can see through her. I know she's suffering. I mean, it's not easy to just move on from that kind of marriage. She was married to him for I can't remember the exact
I believe
amount of
in
years, but for a very
2012,
long
but
time.
then be together like a long time,
A long
a
time, yes,
very long
that's
time.
exactly what I wanted to say. So she's not healed, that's the truth. She's trying to make herself feel better by coming out, hanging out with friends. So I think her being around people is good for her, but um if she's trying to I think she should slow down a little bit because this type of issues can affect your mental health It can also I don't want to say, okay, allegedly, let me put it this way. They said she used to abuse drugs.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think she should. I like that she's surrounding herself with friends and maybe family members. But
Mm.
I think she should slow down a bit because she might just relapse. The truth is sometimes we are not there. Off camera, she could be overwhelmed. She's crying.
Mm.
I think she needs therapy.
Okay. And
She
that
needs
was my thing,
therapy.
you know.
Yes.
I see her like all over social media, and all smiling, and I'm like,
Yes. Yes.
I
I was
feel like
going to say social media is a very toxic space. It's
yeah.
a place where there are people that actually genuinely like her and they care about her well-being and stuff. But
Mm.
how about those who don't care about her? They'll just come online, they'll troll her and stuff like that. And if she keeps seeing comments like that, it will
Hmm.
affect her a great deal. So maybe she should slow down and maybe not do too much on the internet, like respond to trolls because they are always there. Even if you're a good
Hmm.
person, there's someone who has a problem with you being good. So that's just life basically. So I think she should slow down. I
Yes.
like that she's out there a little bit, but she shouldn't do too much. Because I heard her the other day saying that she wants to start her own TV, Annie Macaulay TV. That's
Hmm.
too soon. Those that kind of I'm not saying it's wrong to dream. No, it's not. it,
Yeah.
it feels like she just found her purpose after the divorce. That's how it feels. What have you been doing? It feels like while she was married to Two Face, she didn't discover her purpose. She didn't really care about leaving a mark and legacy. So, but now that she's divorced, it's more like, okay, I need to get busy and stuff, but she needs to slow down and she has to be very careful because social media hmm, social media can make you eh, you know social media to an extent can change your personality, can change how you behave. I know because I experienced it on TikTok, and I didn't like.
Hmm.
I almost there was a particular life that I almost did not recognize myself. I was like, oh no, you know what, I need to take a break. And I need to filter who comes into
Oh
my
wow.
my space. Yes, so I took a break for
Yes.
months. Yeah, and guess what? TikTok
Yeah.
TikTok cleared my account. They're like this girl doesn't need this money. They cleared my account.
I,
I just-
are you serious?
Mm. Yes, the money I made on
Like,
TikTok, they took it.
are you serious?
Yeah,
But
yes, they
but were
said
you? But do you still have access to the account, or they just shut it down?
no, I have access to the account, but my money is no longer in my TikTok balance. I can't find it. They took
What?
it all. I wish I used it to buy coins. That would have
Yeah.
been much better. But then, what if I don't know what their problem is. So what I'm trying to say is, as 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 painful as it sounds, I chose my mental health and my peace.
Of course.
So if she does a little bit, she can just go back in and just relax
Yeah.
and
So I look
ignore
at her, and I'm like, it seems like she's trying so hard to show people
to
that
prove to Two-Face that she's
yeah,
happy.
to put not just Two Face, but the whole world. It's like she's trying so hard to make a statement, and I'm like, you don't owe anyone any
Yeah.
explanation. I just wanted, like, if she was my friend, I look at her, I'm like, I would tell her that, baby, you don't have to do that. It's okay to hurt. It's okay.
Unfortunately, I think the people around her are the ones even pushing her out there so much, telling her, babe, do this, let them know, yes, that you're fine. No, the truth is, people can actually see through you if you're
Yes.
not fine.
Yeah.
People can see through you, people can tell. When you fake a smile, they can tell. They know when you're pretending, they know when you're trying to, when you're not yourself, basically. So there's no need for all of that because The guy has moved on, yes. Go to therapy, talk to someone who will genuinely help you heal. You cannot heal overnight. That's it. So making videos, and the videos, I don't have problem with business videos. I have problem with personal videos that she puts out there. Like
Mm.
she's doing something, she's having fun, she's dancing. Don't do all of that, because we all know that you're going through some, you're
Yeah,
healing. That will take time. It's not it's not something that's going to happen overnight, like you said. It will take time.
yeah. It takes time.
So she really needs to stop.
Someone said somewhere that the like the best vengeance is massive success, right? And I look at her dressed up, dancing, and I'm like, anyone can do that. I would rather like, this is my opinion, right? I would rather like you take a bit of time off, you work on yourself. When you're ready, come back maybe with a movie, like a blockbuster.
Oh,
That's
that makes sense. Yes.
that will make so much sense than you dressing up and dancing. I'm like, I'm dressing up and be laughing with people. I'm like, I mean, you don't have to. You just like just it's fine. It's fine
She's
to hurt and
actually she's going to the wrong places. I'm not condemning anyone who goes to the club, but she doesn't need club activities. Like she doesn't need to be there. That's the kind of environment she does not need. She needs to do more of relaxation, maybe yoga, and then she needs to do more of, she needs to go to fun places where she can relax, not places where we have alcohol, smoke, all of that,
there
loud
you go.
music. She doesn't need that. She needs a good massage. I don't,
Eh, like self
wellness,
care, right? Like
beautiful,
it's time to focus
wellness,
on
yes,
yourself.
wellness
To
therapy. But she
Yeah,
has the money is there.
yeah. It's time to rediscover herself, right? Like maybe she spent so many years just like during which Two Face Baba was the project, was her main focus. It's time maybe like to just be on you because I can tell you that social media is very strenuous. Like it takes a lot out of you. So you trying to
Yes,
like
it's
prove
exhausting.
something to everybody. At the end of the day, you forget yourself and you might even lose yourself through it
The
through
the
the chaos.
problem
Like
that's what,
you said that you had a life that you couldn't recognize yourself. It does that to you, you
yes.
know. Yeah.
And the problem I actually have with her is um while she was married to Two Face, she didn't even bother to do anything for herself. Annie used to be a Nigeria Nollywood actress. She was doing so well, and she just stopped. It's just like she paused her life because
Hmm.
she's married to Two Face. That's one thing women do not realize. A man is not going to pause his life for you. So why are you doing it? Why? No man is going to say, "Oh, this career, oh, my woman is not comfortable with it, so I'm going to stop."
And
That's
and what
why
and
it's
what
just,
happened is that he wakes up one morning and the woman that he married, I'm not talking physically, right? Like the woman that he married, maybe that strength, maybe that passion, maybe that drive that used to push you when you were like busy doing all those God-given things that God has called you to do, right? And you're not that person anymore. You're clinging, you're nagging, you depending on him to make you happy. It becomes the center of your life and it's too much pressure on him. But that's not the person that he met. He met someone that was driven, that had ambitions, and we just have to be careful, like so that we don't lose ourselves in relationship. But I
that
really,
that's why, yes,
yeah,
that's why you should have a life outside of your marriage or your relationship. That's why, if you look at it, she's so, let me not use that word. No, no. She's, let me not use the word. I don't want to use the word. It sounds
okay,
kind of sensitive.
all right.
I really feel sorry for her, but the mistake, I think the lesson ladies should take from Annie's story is, do not pause your life, or um literally have a life outside marriage. That way the man can tell that, okay, you have self-love, you have self-confidence, you have what's it called? You have dreams and aspirations. I think that breeds respect. Men naturally will respect a woman who knows what she wants for herself, who
Yeah.
has plans for her future.
Hmm.
So she just paused her life like that, and her life was um uh, uh, oh my god, no use the word. Let me just pause here.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Well, we have Luke here. How are you doing, Luke?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Good evening, man. I'm fine.
Good evening. How was your week?
I will thank God. Thank God for His
Okay.
mercies. That was
All
yours too.
right. Okay, guys. So let's dive into the story. And guys in the comment section, once more, thank you for being here. Let's dive into the story, right? So I'm gonna put that on the screen. Some of you guys can read it, but I'm also gonna read it for you. And like you have seen in the title, she said, this is a guy. He lives in the United States. He sent this message and he said, "Dear coach, first, I want to give a big thumbs up to you and your team. I really enjoy your show, and especially I love listening to Miss Elise. I've been following your recent episode on in-law drama, and I hope you don't mind me sharing my own experience. I have lived in the United States for nearly 10 years. I am originally from West Africa. I met my wife here. She's also African, but from a different country. We get along well, and we have two beautiful kids together. About 3 years ago, my mother came to live with us as a permanent resident here in the United States. At first, she was a huge help with the kids. But after a year, she started saying that she felt bored and wanted a small job to stay active. She is in her mid 60s and didn't feel ready to sit around doing nothing all day. We helped her find a job that she really liked. She started working full time and even picked up overtime hours. My wife and I assumed that once she was earning an income, she might help out with a bill or two, but she never offered. I'm going to move to the next page. Oh, hold on, guys. Oh, was that on the first page, the second page, or this one? Anyway, yeah, so we're on the second page now. So she never offered to help. After After a year of working, we gently brought up the idea of her contributing a small amount toward household expenses. To our surprise, she got very upset. She stopped talking to us for several days, and now she says that she wants to move out and rent her own place. She even said that she would rather spend thousands of dollars on rent than giving us a dime. Because, in her words, we don't need the help. Personally, I don't want her to leave. I feel protective of her. But my wife thinks that we should let her go so she can learn what it is like to pay bills and maybe become more appreciative of what we have done for her. Since you and your team understand both African culture and life in the US, I am looking forward to your advice. Should I convince my wife to let my mom stay or should we let her move out? That's the question. Okay, so I'm going to remove the story now. All right, guys, did y'all hear the story?
Mm,
Yes, yes, I heard the
be-
story. I don't.
okay.
What was that, CB?
No, let Luke go ahead. Let Luke give his own. Let him
Okay.
talk.
So
Yeah.
yes, guys, as you heard, the stories is about, like just the reality of life abroad in Western countries. Mom came, she didn't work at first, but then when she started working, eventually the family, the couple expected her to contribute toward the household expenses. And they gave her like a whole year to maybe offer to do that, but she never did. And when they approached her, she got very upset. She's like, you guys don't need me to be helping you with your bills. And to be honest, I would rather go out and rent my own place rather than paying bills at your house. And the guy is like, well, he's ready to let it go and just let her stay. But the wife is like, no, I mean, anyone should pay bills. You know, it's a say here in America, everyone has bills. So if she's not going to do that, just let her go so she can feel what it's like to actually pay bills, and that maybe she will appreciate what we've been doing. So my first question, Luke, because you're going first, is it wrong to ask your parents, mom or dad, because this could have been a dad, to pay bills when they live in your house, even when she had a full-time job?
You said what? What the question
Is it
again?
okay for your parents to pay bills at your house? Like when they live at your house, they work full time. Is it okay that they pay bills or that you ask them to do it?
Okay. Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say every human being that is mature know what is right and wrong.
Okay.
Now, my parents are living with me. My parents are living with me, and they are working.
Mm-hmm.
I did not ask them to work. They agreed. They brought the idea that they want to start working to earn a living, even when I insist that they should rest. So now the bills in the house, they are staying with me. I'm the one paying the bills, paying the house rent, buying foodstuffs for them. I think it's matured if my parents assist me in paying the bills, and I can still tell them, I can approach them from a calm way and ask them to assist me. I won't just put it as an order to them. I can tell them in a matured way, Mom, Dad, please, please, can you assist us to pay this bill, to pay this one? And if the way they react will tell me what their intentions are. So for me, I think it's normal to tell them, but not as an order. Tell them in a matured way. Communicate with them. Just explain things to them that you wanted to assist you what you are doing. I think that's it. But to me, it's normal. It's normal to me.
Okay. Thank you. What about you, Sibi? Is it okay to ask your parents to contribute?
Oh my God. Um, I will only ask them to contribute if I'm having financial issues, if I'm not that buoyant to pay the bills. But if I'm okay financially, then there's no need. Yeah, there's no need.
Okay.
That's
Now,
my take on it.
okay. So it depends. You're going to check your pocket and if you see that, hey, I can cover my bills. But I mean, the reality in Western countries is that most people, in order for them to meet their bills, because life is just like crazy expensive, most people, in order for them to meet their bills, they have to like work overtime, right? Most people, in order to do
Yes.
that. They have to, like, I can tell you, like, couple barely see themselves. They barely spend each other spend time with each other. Like when, because that's the only way to do it. And sometimes when you have a third person in your house, this, let's say not just a parent, who also work full time, you feel like, hey, maybe I can rest a little bit because maybe that person will take on the responsibility maybe to pay for electricity, because naturally when you have one more person in your house, it's more expensive. That's why you're going to see Westernians, or like Western people, usually will not have like a lot of kids, because they understand how expensive is it to have like one extra person in a house, right? That means
Yes.
that, like, this couple, they are like two and they have two kids, that four people. Now the parent is five people. That means it's more expensive for you both, the couple. that means you would have to work a little bit harder to meet up everyone's needs in the house. Now, the fifth person happened to be able to earn an income, and they go out just like you and they work hard. So, do you feel like it will be right to continue you as the daughter, like to work full time, to work overtime, right? To spend less time with your children so that you can the meet your needs when maybe the person could tip in like a fraction of what they make, and maybe that gives you and that will give you a little bit of rest. So would you rather just go and continue to work like overtime just so that you don't bother that person? Because this come down to culture, right? This come down to culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So would you rather
I
work that extra hard than bothering your parent?
no. Like I said, they're living in the house, right? She's living in
Yeah.
the house.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, if you have the money to help relieve this burden, then you have to do something, or you get another place because I can't work overtime. That's why I said parents should learn, even from my generation, learn to work so hard that you have plans plans for your age. You have plans for your old age. Don't come and stress your children financially because it takes them like so many steps backwards. Parents should be giving, not taking. I we should They should have plans for their retirement age in such a way that if I buy something for my mother, I'm not buying that thing because she's lacking. I'm buying it out of love. I'm buying it because I want to make her life um I want to make her happy. Yes, let me put it that way. I want to make her happy. I shouldn't take food stuff to my mom because she's hungry. I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't buy her a car because she's trekking, she's moving all around, she's not mobile and stuff like that. I It's stressful because when you're living your life like this, working overtime, you will barely have savings. And then
Mm-hmm.
you find out that one day you're 50 and then you don't really have anything to your name because you're trying to make mama proud. No, I come first. That's why when you collect your salary, you are the first beneficiary of the salary, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how much you love your mother. So parents should learn to make their children's life better. If you are around, my life is supposed to be better. I don't want to be stressed out financially. I don't want to go through that stress of having to buy you this and cater for you and stuff like that. No, I don't want to. That's why I'm very grateful to my dad because no, please, 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 please. I cannot. I should, if I want to work overtime, if I want to break my back, I should be doing that for my kids so that they have a better life. I should not be investing in my parents who have already lived their lives. Let's not forget that they've lived their lives because did you know that there's a way you will spend, or there's a way if you miss your priority and you make your parents your priority to an extent, you will forget that you are supposed to leave something for your children. Where are you going to get the money to actually leave something for your own kids if you're investing in your parents who are supposed to, your life is supposed to be better than theirs, right? But
Yeah.
no, you're investing in them and they're taking. So basically what I should be giving my parents is something for upkeep, something to just make them happy. Let's just hang out and be happy. I should not be responsible for your retirement um issues, plans. So me, I have plans for my life. I don't want my kids to come around and start
Mm-hmm.
feeding me. I mean, it's a problem here in Africa. That circle needs to be broken. Leave something for your kids. If you look at rich kids in Africa, you find out that their parents, even when they're adults and they're living their own lives, their parents are still eating them. Their parents are still investing in them. That's how it's supposed to be, not the other way around.
Okay, you know what?
That's
That
what
was that was gonna take me to my next question because AJ, I'm gonna highlight his comment one more time. AJ said
okay.
that parents sacrifice a lot for the kids. It's natural
Yes,
for
they are supposed to sacrifice. That's their job. My mom is supposed to work hard for me so that I'm better than her. My dad is supposed to work hard for me and leave something behind so that I am better than him. I'm
mm,
not, just because you make that sacrifice does not mean that I'm entitled to now, instead of making a life for myself and investing for my children that are my future, and I don't know if anybody's actually getting it. If you say
yeah.
my mom suffered for me, yes, that's her job. Just like it's my job to suffer for my own kids. Let's not take it back. I don't know if anybody's getting my point. Let's not take it backwards. We are supposed to be going forward. Do you know that if I have a million naira today and I give my mom 700K, my mom is going to say no, keep 700K. I can, okay. My mom will even say, give me 100K and take 900K so that your life will be better. I don't
Well,
know if you're getting it.
you're very blessed because not all parents think like that. So I was gonna finish with I mean like come
Not
back
their
to
retirement plan. God
I was
forbid, I
gonna
beg.
come back to AJ comment. AJ said that parents sacrifice a lot for the kids. It's natural for kids to take care of them. Now my question is that yes, it's natural for the kids to take care of their parents, but is there a time that the time that the kids become responsible for the parent? Do we have like a timeline for that? I do understand that if your parent is old, if they're sick, I mean, there's something funny that I want to share with you guys. Last Saturday, we had the conversation about like working to take care of your family back home, and one spouse could uh, and the case that the other spouse might not be okay, right? With you taking care of your family back home, your family back in Africa. The very same day after the life, I go to Walmart. The cashier that I met there was a young lady from Nigeria. We started talking, and she said to me that, oh, this is my second job. I have another job that where I work full time. And I was like, when do you ever get to rest? And she said, well, I have to keep these two jobs right now. She said her husband is an American, but she said the reason why I'm doing these two jobs is because my father back home needs care. So I need to take this second job. I was like, wow, this is exactly what we were talking about during the show. Because guess what? The moment that she's working that second job is she's stealing that moment from her spouse, right? She's married to an American. Maybe the spouse at home is like, when do I ever get to see my wife? Right? She has a full-time job. And when she finished with that full-time job, guess what? She go to the second job because she has to care for the parent back home. Real story. This happened Sunday afternoon when right after the live. And I'm like, wow, this is real. So my question is that is there a timeline when we supposed to start taking care of our parents? Maybe when they're old, they can do things for themselves. Because this is a parent who is still vibrant with health, who still work full time, who is making a full-time income. Or is there an age that no matter how much your parents make, they cannot take care of you anymore? You have to start taking care of them. I'm going to go back to you, Luke. Luke, are you here?
Sorry, my phone is misbehaving.
Okay, we
Okay,
can
you
hear
said
you now.
what's the time to take care of a parent,
To
right?
start, like for that role to reverse, where the kid become
That's the
responsible
question,
for
right?
the parent. Yes.
Okay. First of all, I want to start with what AJ said.
Hmm.
Our parents are sacrificed for us. It's natural to take care of them. That's the truth. It's natural to take care of our parents. Um, Now back to your question. You see, uh,
Hi, Uncle
in
Beno.
Africa,
Welcome.
we have that mentality that mo- in Africa, Nigeria, we have that mentality that children are the retirement plan for their parents.
Hmm.
That's the mentality that parents have. That's why most parents they tend to have more children. They tend to have more children. So they are banking on their children. You see, as parents, I believe uh, if I'm okay, if I'm doing well, I'll take care of my parents. It's natural. The time will come when my parents can't take care of themselves. Maybe they can't
But my
move
question,
like
Luke,
that.
is look, you're saying that children are retirement plan for most African parents. But when does that start though? Like even when they're not retired yet, does that retirement
That's what
kicks
I'm
in
going to. That's what I'm
when
going
the
to.
okay, let's yeah.
That's what I'm going to. That's what I'm going to.
Okay.
I said when the parents they can't do things for themselves again. I think when they are no longer agile, they can't walk, they can't
Hold on.
walk about.
Give me one moment, Luke. Yes, Sam, welcome. Yes, this is live. And thank you for being here. Please like and share and subscribe. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think that's the time the parents should come, the children should come around the parents to take care of them. If they can't take care of them personally, I think they can hire a nurse, a an house help to take care of them. But I think the children can also be sending money to them, like Stevie said, upkeep every month to keep them to take care of themselves. But when they are old, maybe from 80 years like that, they cannot walk, they can't do this for themselves again. I think that's the time we come inside. The children should come around them and take care of them. Let me just give a short story here. You see, my grandmother, my mom's mom, when she was old, uh, she was sick and she was in a village. You see, she has a son with two daughters. So she was very sick. She could not take care of herself again. So my mom said was sending money to the village.
Thank you,
Her
Sam.
younger sister, her younger sister was there taking care of her. She was sending money there. So we get to a time the sickness became very, very strong. They had to
Mm,
bring her from the village to our house in the town. Then when she came to the town, my mom was not always around because she was going to work. Only in the evening she was around. So took her to the hospital and she was getting better. So my mom's brother was like, my mom must take care of her because she's the senior daughter, must take care of her. My mom said
mm,
she's working, she can't take care of her. And she's sending money to the village. So they will hire a nurse for her in the village to take care of her. But it's not working. But when she came to the town to live in our house, that's when her body came down. And when she went back to the village, that's when she passed on. She
mm.
she died. You see, I think it's when I think is when the parents they are getting older that they can't do anything by themselves. They can't walk by themselves. They can't do anything. That's when the children should come in. But when they are still strong, I think our duty there is just to help them with upkeep money, take care of themselves. That's my 2 cents, man. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So Luke is telling us that the time that the kids become responsible for the parents is when the parents is cannot do it anymore. Once the parent is old, when the parent maybe is sick. So look, are you telling me that if the parent is still very functional financially, physically, they should be responsible for themselves? Or is it okay just because you as a son, because you're an adult, because you have a good job, it doesn't matter how much your parents are making, just the moment that you start working, they become your responsibility? Are you saying no to that?
No, I'm not saying that when I start working, I won't take care of them.
No,
I will
like
send
they're
them
still
money for
working
upkeep.
too. Like
Ex-
you're working, they're working. But just because you're
Yes,
working, they become your responsibility.
yes. I help them. Yes,
Okay.
I'll help them. Even if they are working, even if they are working, I will still help them. At least there's a blessing in that. Even if they are working, I will still help them. There's a blessing in that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So okay, Luke is saying that well earlier CB couldn't hear you, Luke, but AJ said that he can said that he can hear you. Okay. So let's go to the
You said
next question. No, no, no. It's because CB said earlier that she couldn't hear you, but AJ said that you were clear. I could hear you too. So now, so do you feel like CB coming back to you? The fact that this son dare to ask his mom to contribute, does that make him ungrateful?
Absolutely not. That doesn't make him ungrateful. Isn't it better for him to speak out? He's clearly overwhelmed by the bills. And now he's saying, Mom, please help out. And how is that wrong? Mommy is working. Mommy is earning a paycheck. Mommy can help out. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, naturally, in Africa here, we want to take care of our old parents. That's okay. But I don't want that financial burden. There should be a plan that okay, this is this is for your old age, like your retirement plan, but I am not your retirement plan. And then even if it's not okay to sustain them, I will definitely do something as their daughter. But I don't want everything to be on me because I have my kids to take care of. And then I mean, what is wrong? Mommy has money. She's living in the house, right? Let her help out. She can help out with groceries. She can help out with rent. There's nothing wrong with that. Would she rather see her son break down? I don't think she would want that. So he's not being ungrateful. Parents are meant to take care of their children. That's how it is. And that's how it should be. Please. He's
Now,
not being ungrateful.
okay, okay. So Sanusi said they should provide for her need. But my question is, right? My question now is because true, there's been living here in a Western country, living here in America. And what one of the things that I've seen so many times separate families is financial, right? Financial matters. And oftentimes you will see people who back home they were so close. Like I'm talking not just parents, but I'm also talking like brothers and sisters. The moment they get here, if they're not very careful, if they don't put enough, money sets in. And one of the reasons being that we come and we live in a different culture, in a different environment where things are done differently. For instance, in American culture, when the parent move to your house, if they have even like a retirement money, oftentimes they know that it's natural that maybe they were paying, if they were to live for by themselves, they will be paying like $2,000 of rent. The moment that the parent moves to the child house, what they do is um contributing, right? Like they will like be like, okay, instead of 2,000 that I was paying before, I'll pay $1,000 because I'm saving, you're saving. I work with older people, and this is always the story because they know that. I mean, in Western country, the parent knows that it's not the kid's responsibility to take care of them. They know that. And the society has been built in such a way that once you get old, even if you didn't have kids, even if your kids are ungrateful, the society is built in such a way that they can put you in a retirement home where the community, where the people working there will take care of you because they know it's not your kids' responsibility. Even if they live in town, it's not their responsibility to like change your pampers, feed you if you cannot do it anymore. They have built structures to take care of that. But now we come from a different culture. Things don't happen like that back home. Now, when we find ourselves here, and then we have that parent that comes, oftentimes the moment that they come, they know you've been here before them, they know you have money. So now, true story, I've seen a parent telling their kids that instead of giving you guys like a dime, I would rather like throw it in the street, right? And some other parents, I've seen some other parents say that I would rather help the needy back home than giving to you guys because you guys have enough. I mean, you've been in America, you have enough. And oftentimes they fail to realize that this society is built in such a way that it takes a lot to build yourself up past the system because the system is kind of like it's recycling in such a way that you take the money, you pour back in the system, you give it back to you, and you pour it back into the system. Now, when you have a parent that comes and live with you, and the parent tells you that I would rather take care of, like, I would rather throw that money in the street than helping, or I would rather help the family back home. So, can communication, do you think, look, I'm going to come back to you. How can you, like, if this were people that you know, that people that that if this were your family, what is the advice that you could give to them? How can they find like a common ground? Like now, parents, we are not back home. We are in America and life is expensive. Is there a way that they could make this work? Coming back to our story.
Okay, the question you asked me now is just the story that you're asking me now, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
To
mean, like
me,
coming back to the story. Yes. How can they like find that common ground?
first of all, the the mother, to me, I don't want to use the word bad. The mother is not did not try at all saying she cannot help them. As you said earlier, say life in the Western world is not easy. Uh, for the mother to start herself, she said she wants to go out on herself. They didn't pursue her. She said she wants to go out on her own. I feel for her to start from the ground herself is going to be very hard for her. Very hard. I don't know if she has plans before, but the daughter-in-law said she should go. That she should go and experience what it means, what it is to start life from the scratch. That's what I feel. I feel if they have talked to her before and she still insists on living there, they should leave her. To me, they should leave her because it's not in Nigeria, it's not in West Africa, it's in the US. Life in the US is different from what is happening, what is in Africa now. So if she wants to go out on her own, I feel the right thing for them is to let her go to go and start herself. If I'm the one in that man's shoes, I won't bother talking to her again. But I feel, to me, let me just digress a little. I feel that I feel there were some things that the mother was seeing in the house that made her to say she can't give them any money. When I heard the story the first time, when you read the story the first time, it what came to my mind. I feel that there was something that happened in the house that happened to the mother. That's why she said that she won't give them any money. She rather go and stay there. But she rather go and stay on her own. But I don't want to go that way. So if she wants to go, she should go.
So
I
you
I,
feel
I
like
don't
this
think
issue
communication.
is a little bit deeper than money, right? You feel like there's like
Yes, yes,
more to
yes,
it.
yes. I feel it's more than
Okay.
money. Yes, completely more than money. I feel they were doing something to her before that she don't like. So that was why she said she wanted to go and stay on her own. But if they said they've tried to talk to her in a very calm way and she still insists on going out, let her go and start life on her own. And if it's not easy for her, she'll come back.
Hmm.
That's my own. She should go out.
Okay. But now we see this because of this, there was this story. I mean, like
Come,
my
come back.
former accountant, he told me one day that he's been in America like for over 30 years. And he told me one day that he has seen over and over and over again that most couple here in America, like African couples, they start out very well when it's only the man and the woman. When they're raising their kids, everything is well. But usually the couple start breaking the moment that one parent comes. Like so many, it was like I cannot count how many people. Like divorce sets in the moment that one of the parents come to live with them. Oftentimes, because now we see this too. If they're not very careful, this might cause a strain on their marriage, right? Mom wants to move out, and she is the husband's mom. The husband is like, naturally, most African men, they like to take care of people, they like to take care of family. It's like, no, I don't want my mom to leave. We should just leave her alone. He's protective. In his own words, he said, I'm very protective of her. I don't want her to be out there. And the wife is like, no, she has to leave. Now, can you see that tension setting in a couple, building up in that couple life? So how can they navigate this? Let's come back to the couple. The wife wants mommy's out. If mommy is not gonna tip in, and the husband wants mommy to stay, how can these two find a common ground? I'm gonna
Can I
go
say
back to
something, Coach Michelle?
yes.
Sorry, CB, please. I saw Mr. Kendra said something on on the chat there. Said they are the one that brought her to live with them, and they know she's old. So why are they complaining about the bills? You see, from the story, he said she's in her early 60s, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think someone in her 60s is old. I don't think 60s is old. 60 years is still working. In Nigeria, 60 years is
Mhm.
still working. You're not retired.
Using her mom's word,
When I,
mom was like, I'm very active and healthy. I don't want to stay home. Yeah.
yes, she's not old.
Hmm.
She's not old. I've seen 60 years, 65 years people, agile women who are working. Where I was teaching before in a government school, they are working agile. They are trekking, walking. They are doing physical education. They are jogging. I don't think
Hmm.
65 years is old. You're not old. It just depends on your mindset. Now, this story, she's saying that she wants to walk. She's that she's agile, she's active. So she's not old. They brought her, maybe they love her, they brought her to the US to stay with them. And she said she wants to go and work. Is her own idea that she wants to work. That means she's healthy, she's strong, she wants to work. Now she's working, she's seeing money, she thinks life is just like that, she's eating free food, stuff like that. Is there is she's enjoying, and they're asking her, just mommy, please, just life is not easy with us. Just please assist us with some. Ah, she said no, no, no. It's not good. That woman is not. She didn't try at all. If she did that in West Africa, I would say that maybe since life are hard and it's their right to take care of their mother. That's a different culture over there. Life is hard in the US. I believe life is hard in the US, so you don't expect them to just handle the business themselves when they know that you're
No, those
working.
are very, very expensive. Very
If you're
expensive. Like what? Like I would tell
if you're
people
not
back on
working,
that. Like to rent a small apartment here, if you want to do the conversion in like using Cameroonian money is like at least a million of Cameroonian money to rent a little apartment. So life is like, yes, it's very expensive.
I one of my friends I follow on Facebook, a lady, she's a coach too. She said she went for a dinner herself, and she spent $200. In Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
that is almost 300 and something thousand in Nigeria. Just a
Yes.
night. You see how,
Yes.
how they spend, and she was complaining about the money. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I look at the money. I said in my mind, I said, the
Mm-hmm.
money is small. But when I thought about it, I said, no, that money is big.
Mm-hmm.
$200 just for a night. That money is big. So I believe life in the Western world is expensive. We are the ones seeing looking at it as if they are enjoying over there. So to me, the mom should go and experience herself. The mom should go and if she's not appreciative, she should go and experience life herself and see how it looks like. And maybe if God favors her, she might not come back. Start her life over there. But I believe when she's old, she will still look for her children, look for the son. Thank you.
Okay. So Mercy Kendra said that I want to know if she's using her money for her bills alone or she's still collecting from them. I mean, collecting from them. You mean like is she caring for herself? No, she's not. Like how? Like electricity, she's not paying for it. Or what do you mean her bills alone? She's not paying any bills, right? And she doesn't feel like what she feels is that you both make me come here. You both have to take care of me. Do not look at my money. You understand? Do not look at my money. That's the issue with the mom. So now, look, I don't know if you replied to the question. Now, this couple, how are they going to do to maintain the peace between themselves? Because now they're like, I'm telling you, some couple might find themselves divorcing because of such an issue. The wife might be like, well, I'm done. I'm not going to put up with this. And the husband is like, no, mom is not going to go out. Before you know it, they're both going their separate ways. How can they find a common ground? How can this couple
I
go
think
past this? The husband do not want his mom to go, but the wife wants her to go. How can they make this work?
I think the son has to talk to his mother, one-on-one talk, heart to heart. He has to sit down with his mom, heart to heart talk, and talk with her, explain things to her. If it means if it means for him lying or deceiving his mom that the woman is the one providing for him ever since, he should do it. He has to see a way to talk to the mother. I said, "Mom, this thing is not easy here. You were enjoying ever since here. You are just struggling to put smile on your face. Just help us. Just help us. You are working now. Just pay some kind of bills for us, maybe the water bills or the light bills. Just help us. You still have money to send home. You still have money to keep for yourself. Talk to the son. Yeah, talk to your mother. I believe the son has, because if the daughter-in-law talk to the mother, the mother will see it as an insult, because the daughter-in-law will not
Mm-hmm.
uh, will not speak to
It's not
the
her place.
mother-in-law with that.
It's, yeah.
Yes, it's not a place. The son
Mm-hmm.
should talk to the mother herself. Then when the mother cannot take it, when the son sees that the mother is not responding, then the girl can come into it. But I feel it's not a place to talk to encroach into it. Let the boy talk to the mother herself, heart to heart, and explain to the mother. I think the mother will see reasons with them and stay, because life is not easy over there. You're just coming. The frank with you, life is not easy. I've not been there, but my friends over there, it's not easy. Life is not easy in US. It's not easy. Not easy. Not easy.
And I mean, the system is built in such a way that they be sure that you leave the money that they give you in the system if you're not careful. But see, AJ is coming back saying that no, if the mom works, she should support. But AJ, so where are you? First you said that no, leave her alone, but now you're saying that if she's working, she should support them, right? So what I'm gonna say is, guys, this story might seem like I cannot count how many people, how many families are breaking, like even in this small community where I live in Austin. Like, this is something that I would like to like reshare even on Facebook, because a lot of people are going through this. You cannot believe it, you know. So you see, you send your child like to America, you the parent. They come here, they don't turn into drugs. They put their head down and they work hard. And they work so hard that they start building a family. And when they start building that family, they don't forget you, the parents. They say, hey, it's time that mama can come here. It's time that daddy comes here. Maybe they can have like access to better health care. They can come here and actually, maybe they've been having some health issues. They will come here and see like good doctors, you know, be cared for. Now you make the parent, they come here. And over time, when they come here, at first, yeah, they will be home playing with the grandkids. But after some time, they get tired and they say, okay, let me just start a small job out there. I want to be able to leave the house too and come back. And now you start going out to work and you come back. You don't know that even if you make $1,000 as the parent, even if you make $1,000 a month, and that your kids make like $5,000 a month, and they end up spending the whole thing to support the household, and you are saving your $1,000 to yourself for whatever, I don't know. So you are richer than them, because most Americans don't have $1,000 into their bank account. If you don't believe me, go Google. Most Americans don't have $1,000 saved in their bank account. So you, mama, now you're making your $1,000 and you're sitting on it. You're being fed. You're being taken care of. Electricity, you don't pay. Water bill, you don't pay. Even the gas to go to work, you don't pay. Now maybe they're asking you to contribute $100. You say no. You're not gonna contribute because hey, you guys continue to take care of me. So that's why I asked you earlier that when when does the whole reverse, because you as a parent you give birth to take care of your kids. When does that table turn and they become responsible for you? Is it when they start working? I don't know. That's something that we need to think about. But I feel like no one who is financially productive should live for free. That's just my 2 cents. But again, there's a story here in the table. CB, what do you think? What advice can you give to this couple so that they can be sure that at the end of the day, they remain a solid couple? So that they make sure that at the end of the day, this story doesn't break them. What would you tell them?
Thank you, Coach Michelle. Actually, the way I see it, the ball is in the man's court.
Okay.
The woman can, she doesn't really have a role to play. That's your mom right there. You are supposed to speak to her, sit her down, talk heart to heart. Mom, this is the situation. It's overwhelming, paying all these bills. Please, can you help out? And she says no, right? Because she feels entitled. And she has
Yeah.
this African mentality where children are always their retirement plan. She says no. Okay, now you're saying no, but you eat, right? You drink water, you sleep on the bed. Like, I don't get it. So at this point, the guy has to speak to his mom. And if she insists on leaving, let her leave. Why is it stopping her from leaving? You don't expect the wife to go and say, "Oh, mama, you know what? You have to break something. No, if you know you don't, if you know you don't want to contribute, leave." That will come off as her being rude. The
Yeah.
mother-in-law is not going to understand. So I think she doesn't even have any role to play. You are the head. You are the man. You are the head. Take the bull by the horn and sort this thing out. Talk to mama. If she says no, and she actually made the decision to leave, right? Let her go. Hello, she's going to come back. And then this mentality that, oh, the kids brought her over, so they have to take care of her. I kind of blame them a little bit because you're supposed, I don't think they thought it through. I don't think they thought about the situation very well before bringing mama over. You already know how the system is over there. So you know you're not financially buoyant, and then you bring your mom over. And like I said, the woman has no role to play because if he probably asked his wife, can mama come over? And she says, no, we don't have so much now. You know, we are still managing. The man would he would take it the wrong way. He will take it the wrong way. He'll be like, oh, so you don't want my mom to come over. And now look at the case. Look at the issue on ground now. And this might just um break their marriage because oh my god, that's his
And
mom. So he should fix
unfortunately,
it.
most marriages break because of this. Unfortunately.
Yes, and mama said she's healthy, right? She's strong. Glory be to God for that. Ma, you should help your kids. Is this entitlement mentality? It's annoying. It's exhausting. I have $1,000 and I'm married. I have kids. Hello, like 90% of that money belongs to me and my children, not you. And if I'm so financially buoyant that I can help you without you spending a
I
dollar
mean,
from your money, that's okay. But in this case, they are overwhelmed with bills. So if she doesn't want to help out, let her leave. I don't know why the son is trying to complicate the issue by saying, I don't want my mom to leave. You just know that that one is not a man. He's not matured. If you're matured, you will know that your family comes first. I keep saying this every time I come on this platform, and I'm beginning to sound like a broken record. Your family, your wife, your children comes first. Are you okay? Are you telling me now that you are going to prioritize uh mama who is strong and healthy? She's not even sick. She's fine. You're going to prioritize her well-being over your kids' comfort or food, whatever it is that you're supposed to provide for them. You now start sharing them. That man is not ready. He's not ready. Like he doesn't. He's confused.
I
He's
don't
a
think it's
confused
not.
person, and he's
I think it's caring. It's like most men like to take care of
caring.
their mom. Yeah, I think it's best. He
No,
cares deeply for his mom. You know, I
I
think
don't have a problem with him caring for his mom. In fact, if you're a man and you're not caring, there's nothing attractive about you. If you don't care for your mother, there's nothing attractive about you. My point is, Mama is feeling entitled. She's saying even if she's a millionaire, she's not going to spend $1 helping out. That's the problem. She's not a good mother. I'm sorry to say this. She's not a good mom. You are supposed to make your children's life easy, not harder. If it's a situation whereby she's not working, she's sick, and she cannot do anything, I won't be. I'll be like, okay, fine. You guys should find a way. Work harder, take care of Mama. But in this case, Mama can actually contribute, but she's just being wicked. Yes, she's wicked. Cause why do you want to see your son and your daughter-in-law stressed? Have you even thought about the fact that your grandchildren might need something, and because they have to provide for one extra mouth, one extra person, they have to feed one extra person, everything they are doing, they're adding one extra person, and they are denying their own children of the essential things that they need. Mama is wicked. I still say this, the ball is in his court. He's the only one that can fix this, because anything the woman tries to do or say will become a problem, and she will come off as rude and disrespectful, because Africans, we are so quick to see um people who are disrespectful and rude. But you don't think what how we are so quick, we emphasize so much on reaction. How about the thing that you did that caused that reaction? I'll just stop here for now. That's my take. Only him can fix it.
Thank you so much, CB. And because I've seen and I've heard a lot, like from even from our little community here, I always tell young couples, I'm going to digress a little bit. One of the reasons why most couples make their parents to come is usually kids. Childcare is very expensive in America. You could spend like up to $1,500 to $2,000 on one child to take them to a daycare when they're not school age yet. So it's very, very expensive. So the moment that you see a young couple, like yesterday, I went to my cousin, like he lives one hour away. He just had two babies, right? Twins. And they were like, oh, we're really fighting really hard for one of the moms to come because it's hard. The wife gonna be going back to work soon, and they always feel like, oh, it would be great if mama can come. So that's the first reason most people will make their parents come. But the thing is that the parent come and usually will help for like 1 2 years and go like, oh, I want to work. I don't want to be home anymore. Maybe the kids is a little bit gone already. Okay, I want, or maybe we can arrange our schedule in such a way that there's always one person at home, but at least me, the mom, the grandparent, I also want to go
But
work,
but
you
Michelle,
know. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
one of the, yeah, hold on. That's one of the reason why most people make their parents to come over here. But now I always tell young couples is that I know that you need the help, but if it's better, especially if you haven't had the time to know your spouse very well, it's better not to get your parent in that house because it oftentimes turns so, I don't know, it's just heartbreaking. Do not make your, because the parent comes with the mentality that I am the parent in this house. You know, African mentality, I'm the parent, I'm in charge. And then they come and there's another person who is the spouse who is not their son or the daughter. And they want to impose some few things. And you haven't built like a solid foundation with your spouse. And oftentimes what happens is that the things just fall apart, you know. So I feel like I always tell young people, please, if you're not sure that you and your spouse can go through the storm and stay together, don't involve a parent there yet until you're sure that you're in that place. But you were going to say something, Sibi. Go ahead.
Yes, so it was something you said, but for some reason I have forgotten what I was about to say.
No, I was saying that the reason I started by saying that the reason why most couple will make their parents to come is because of kids. They need help.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've remembered now. When my sister put to bed, my mom went to take care of her. We call it omugo here in Nigeria. You
Okay.
go, you take care of the mom and the baby. My mom bought foodstuffs and a lot of gifts when she was going. because as a parent, you are supposed to take care of your child.
Mm.
Mom went there with, in fact, the when she when she arrived at my sister's place, because I went there first to take care of my sister before mom could get ready and come over. When
Mm.
I saw mom's luggage, I was like, whoa, are you staying for like 6 months? This is a lot. You can't, mom did not come empty handed because this is my daughter's house or because my in-law is doing so fine. Then you just come and then you're eating. You didn't bring anything. So she's not leaving. She'll just stay for like a couple of months or 3 months at most. But then she came with something because she knows that as a mother, you are supposed to give. That's how it's supposed to be. Why are you stressing your son financially and you have money? So is she saying that if her son is having financial issues, he cannot say, okay, I'm not talking about the rent now. Like if he needs money, maybe for something like to start up a business or something on that or an investment, would she rather he gets a loan? What kind of a mother is that? Would you rather your son take a loan instead of coming to you to ask for help? Ha, God forbid. Mm-mm.
And one of the other thing that I've seen here, and that hurts a lot, like I've seen that hurting couples, is that when that parent is still back home, right? Because back home is not easy to like have jobs, even if moms wanted to go work. It's not that easy. Oftentimes, when that parent is still back home, they are your responsibilities. We spoke about that last week, right? You send them money, you work hard. Like that young lady I met at Walmart. She's like, this is my second job because I have to care for my dad, you know. So you work extra hard because you want to be able to provide for your needs over here and to provide for their needs down there. Now, when the parent come, you feel like you still work hard because now you have to provide for one extra person and you still have to provide for the people that you left back. Maybe dad is still back home. Only mom was able to come. Maybe your siblings are still back home. You still have to keep providing for them. Now, when mom comes and one day she goes to work, or when dad comes and one day he decides to go to work, and you go like, maybe I can breathe a little bit. Maybe I can take a break now. Now mom is working. Now dad is working. That's three incomes coming inside the house. How can we manage this and make it work for the family? Because usually when we know this is the reality, we can say all we want. The moment that you, from a family, you come abroad, you become the hope of that family. Your brothers, your sisters, your nephews, cousins, grandpa, grandma, they know that our son is in America. And oftentimes we put that on our head as a cap of honor to take care of those people. So the person you work hard, you do that. Now one person come and you're like, now we're gonna have three income in this house. Thank you, Jesus. Now how can we make it? How can we breathe a little bit? How can we manage? And the person come and be like, nope, you are gonna continue to do what you've been doing because this is my income, huh? Close your eyes. Now imagine you put yourself one moment in the shoe of that person, of that son or that daughter. How does that feel? That's my question that I want to ask the most African parents, like grandparents who come here to live with their kids. You know, you never lack of anything the moment that your son or your daughter came to America. You never lacked of anything. Every time you would take the phone and call them, they would do everything. You don't even know what they have to put themselves through. Like the young daughter, I'm going to come back to her. I'm sorry. The young girl that I met at Walmart, her parents don't know that she's working like crazy, full time, and then another job the moment that she could be home and resting. And we have heard, and it's not like about 2 weeks ago, I heard about the story of a nurse, a male nurse who died at work. He died at work. The guy was working two jobs as a nurse. He clocked in, sat down somewhere. They thought that he was that is just dozed off, that he was sleeping. No, he was gone. He was exhausted. So they don't know that. They don't know you're going through that to be able to take care of them back home. They don't know that. They don't know you have no sleep, no idea. Now one of you guys come here, and sometimes it's even your brother or your sister, the one that you were able to see through school. They come here like, okay, let's make this work together. Now there's another income. Now there's another set of hands, and you go like, nope, remove your eyes, and then you start asking yourself, but I've always helped you. Now I'm asking for help. So this is hard, and this is a delicate situation, and unfortunately, ask any African home here abroad who have like a parent here, and they will tell you that they can relate.
Hello, Coach Michelle.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to ask a question.
Oh, Mr. Beno wants
This,
the
this,
link. Hold on. Yes,
okay,
hold on. Can someone send it? I'm gonna put that here in the comment, Mr. Beno, if you can see it there, but I'm also gonna try to send it to you on WhatsApp. Go ahead,
can
Luke.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, first of all, I want to ask from the story, who raised who raised the who raised the opinion that the woman should be supporting. That's the first question, and that's the first one. And secondly, I want the story to have a part two because you see,
Hold
there's a
on,
saying
Luke.
in Africa.
Look, hold on. What was your first question?
I,
What
I
was
I
your first
said,
question?
who raised the opinion, who raised the notion that the mother should be supporting? Was it the son or the daughter-in-law?
Hold on, give me one moment. Thank you so much, Uncle Beno, for your support. Thank you so much, sir. I sent you the link on WhatsApp, and there's also the link that I just put in the comment section for anyone who wants to come on the screen. So your question, look, is that you're asking who raised the question of the mom helping?
Of the mom supporting, yes. Who raised the notion?
It,
Was it the
it
son or
said
the daughter-in-law?
it said both of them approached the mom, the mother.
Okay, both of them approached the mother.
Yeah.
Okay,
After a year of mommy working full time and not contributing a dime.
okay. After a year of working full time and not contributing.
Yeah.
So my second question is this: I want this life to have a part two, in the sense that maybe these people, maybe they are watching us. Maybe you can ask them. There's one saying in Africa that he said, if a tree is spoiling at the top, something is affecting at the bottom. So I think this story is deeper than what we are talking. It's not about money here. I think maybe the woman has the woman was maltreated in the house. The woman was seeing something that she didn't want to see. She was bearing it, and she was saying that if she's working on anymore, she will leave the house. So I think maybe we can go back and ask these people
Look,
what really happened.
Hold on.
What
Oh,
really,
hold on, guys. Uncle Beno is here and we know that he's busy. Uncle Beno, welcome, sir.
hi, Uncle Ben. Welcome, sir.
Hey, hey, my people, how
uh,
you guys doing?
We are good. How are you?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
I'm trying to survive as usual.
Uncle Ben, I want this cup.
so that's my question, man.
Have it. You can't have it. Oh, basically, I know I was kind of in and out, but I know we're talking about mother-in-law coming to abroad, and then it's like they want her to contribute to the payment of bills and stuff like that. Is that what this is all about?
Yeah. She's the husband's mom and she's been working for a year, never contributed. Now they want her to start like helping. She said no, she would rather go out and rent her own place than giving them a dime.
To be honest, I'm sorry to those concerned, but I think that is stupid. To be candid, expecting your mom to contribute to the bills in the house, that is Americans. That is American lifestyle. We are Africans. I pray we're not going to find ourselves in a place whereby we have to be looking up to our parents as an adult when we are supposed to be taking care of our parent. Except if something else is going on, maybe the mom is not helping around the house, with the children, because mainly if you have your mom in the house, she's supposed to be helping with the kids, so that both of you, you and your wife, you can do more. But if that is not the case, if you all just feel like because she's working, she's making money, she's supposed to be contributing to the upkeep of the house, I am sorry, I'm an African man. This might not be a popular opinion, but I'm not in support of that. Not at all. Now, if the mom is younger, let's say she's in her 58, 60 years old, and she wanted to live the life of her own, maybe even dating, and she just want to be balling and things like that. If they are saying, okay, mom, because of your lifestyle, I think you are supposed to have your own place, I support that. That makes sense. If the mom and the wife they don't get along, they are clashing on maybe some flimsy things and they can't resolve it, she can get her own place. But asking her to contribute to the home, it is on African. I do understand that here in America, even though not everybody is doing that, but majorly there are some home where mom is paying rent and some mother are also getting their children to pay rent too. You know, it's American thing. It's their lifestyle. They grew up with that, but it is not African way of life. That is shameful. That is disgraceful. If the man who happens to be the son of the woman is supporting the idea that my mom must be contributing. Now, there is a caveat though. If let's say the husband is facing some financial challenges or the wife is facing some financial challenges and both of them are not making enough income to take care of their living expenses, mama can help. Yes, mama can help because she's working too.
No, they're not. They're struggling financially, and mama said, I'm not going to help you. I would rather go and rent.
They are both doing fine financially.
No, they're struggling like most Americans to pay bills.
Then
Uncle
they
Ben did not get the whole story. They have financial issues and they're taking care of mama. That's extra one mouth.
Mhm. It still
So
does it still doesn't make no sense because here is the thing. The mama herself, if mama see they are struggling financially, nobody's supposed to ask mama for help. Mama's supposed to willingly say, my son, okay, oh, take this small change from my salary oh, to help you
but
guys
Uncle
until
Ben, she's
But
not saying it that way.
common sense is not common. No, mama, they waited for a year hoping that mama will figure out that hey, I need to tip in and help this kids. Mama didn't. So Uncle Beno, but I mean, you're right. In our African culture, we do take care of our parents. But the thing is that when do you start taking care of your parents? When they're old and not able to do so themselves, or the moment that you start working, it doesn't matter how much your parents make as income, you become responsible for them.
things have changed right now. If your parents are not facing financial difficulties, you don't have any obligation to take care of them. Okay? If they are doing fine, you don't have to. You can buy them gifts. You can say, okay, I want to every month, let me just give this change to my mom, just because you have it. But if you don't have the capacity to do that, you don't have to force it. But in the case of mama living with them here, I just don't think it's okay for them to make it mandatory. If they are struggling financially and it's becoming an issue that they want to force mama to start paying, it's better for mama to go back to Africa. I don't know if you get what I'm saying right now.
Okay, but
But
no, let me okay, but no,
Uncle
let me
Ben,
hold on, Simi. Let
Uncle
me tell
Ben,
you a story. A story that happened here. Something happened like that, and the wife, I mean, she made her mom to come, and she's a nurse actually. She's in our community, and mommy started working, and there was a lot of issue like this, and more than that, her father was still back home. So she said to Mama that, Mama, go back home. You know what? I don't want to fight with you. Go home, go stay with your husband. But because Mama had tested the American dollar, she
Mhm.
went home, she got herself ready, she bought her plane ticket, she came back, she rented her own place. The daughter just heard that Mama is back to her full-time job and she's renting her own place.
That's
Because
fine.
Mama, you know.
Excellent. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, amazing. Let Mama live on her
Uncle
own.
Ben, she's a troublesome person. From the story, I can deduct that she's a troublesome person. You
No,
know how my gender can be
she,
sometimes.
she's not a troublesome person. It all depends on where are you looking at it from. You know,
That's why.
as I'm speaking as an
And
African
let me
man, right?
ask you this question, God
Okay.
forbid, sir, if you were in her shoes and then you can help when you see your kids struggling financially, would you not help out? Would you wait for them to come and ask you for help?
That's what I said earlier now. Mama's supposed to take initiative to help. So if Mama
Okay,
is not in, the best thing is for Mama to leave. At least that is one mouth reduction on the abuse.
we are saying the same thing.
Uh-huh. But
What
I'm
I
just
on.
saying,
I was like,
yeah, I'm just saying that ideally, as an African, it doesn't look good that you want to like compel your parent, Mama, you must pay, you must pay, you must pay. No, it looks so
na
bad.
sapa custom na condition. It's nobody will be happy doing that, Uncle Ben. But the
Then,
condition that they find themselves, that's why they need help.
then Mama
And
should,
okay, Mama had to wait for her son to say, you know what, help out now, help out, even if it's water bill, light bill, Mama help us. And Mama say, no, never. Oh. I think that woman, Uncle Ben, I can tell you, she does not like her daughter-in-law. That's how it starts, witchcraft. She
no, this
doesn't
is
like
not,
her daughter-in-law.
no, I disagree with you on that one. This
But
is
there is
not,
more to it. There is more to it.
no, this is not
There is
about
more
like,
to this
Mama,
issue.
this is not about liking your mother-in-law. Frankly speaking, I think maybe Michelle will do a part two of this show because these are some of the challenges we are
yes,
facing
yes.
here in
That's
America.
what I said earlier.
Yes,
I
thank
My
said
you.
there's
take,
something we don't understand here.
yeah, my take has always been this. I live in America, just like Michelle and many other people. When it comes to you bringing your mom to the state, there has to be some grand rules. There has to be some things you explain. The issue of mama not liking daughter-in-law or liking daughter-in-law, it shouldn't come up at all. If mama is coming to live with you, whether mama like it or not, she must work with the daughter-in-law.
Hmm.
If both of them cannot get along, mama has no business coming into your home. And I'm saying that as a man. I've I've brought my auntie here before. She have lived with us. Before she left Nigeria, I explained to her, this is how we live in America. In here in America, both husband and wife they work together. If you come here, you see me washing plate, don't even think that this woman have do you something on my
You
brother.
like you did juju.
Yeah, I have to explain everything to my auntie. We live differently here. Everybody works, I work, my wife works. So I explained the whole thing. So when it comes to bringing your mom over to the US, you have to, you educate your mom, you educate your wife, because your wife too must be accommodating. You have
Hmm.
to tell your wife, this mama that is coming, she's only staying for 6 months. The purpose of coming is to help us. Or if she's sick, she's only coming for healthcare purposes. She's my mom. I got to take care of her. So she's going to be here for a while. She's not going to be with us forever. So whatever happens, you and I, we have to work it out. Don't take it out on her. Don't fight her. Don't do anything. So for that 6 months, everybody must be on board. Now, if mama comes and with the situation you guys explained to me right now, mama is not helping, is becoming an issue. They are now carrying faces. No, mama got to go. It's as simple as that. Mama got to go.
Thank you, sir. I've been
You
saying
feel me?
it. She has
Yeah.
to leave.
Mama
And
got
somebody
to.
is saying it's not that simple.
No, it's simple. It's simple.
Was Benuri, was
It's all,
Benu.
yeah.
Finally, you don't see Mama has to go. I want clap for you.
No,
Yes,
no,
thank you, sir, for coming around because I've been waiting for you to say this. What the hell?
it's not. It's not. Look, Simbi, it's not like me coming around. I
Understand you,
explain
boss.
all the
Understand
conditions.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I explain all the conditions right now. In the first
Boss,
place,
I comprehend. Don't worry, I comprehend.
no, in the
I
first
get you,
place,
sir.
if your mama is coming, mama is not supposed to come, and then you are looking at mama say, okay, when mama walk, mama go bring money. It is on African.
Yes,
That's
yes.
true.
I
That's
agree with
true. That's
that.
true. That's true.
On African, all right. But now, mama comes, mama is now working. For mama to be working, it means mama has certain papers. In fact, I'll tell you right now, if I am in that situation, if I'm the husband, from the moment mama start working, mama can only stay in that house for 3 months. She gonna rent her own place. Yeah, she will rent her own place. The only reason she can still be living with us is if mama and my wife they get along and mama is helping with the children and everything, and we are doing fine. This is America. If you are doing fine, I can pay my bills. My wife can do her own thing. We are all living together. Nobody is trespassing on each other's space. That is fine. But if that rapport is not there and it's gonna get to a point whereby, hey, mama, you got to go. And mama says, hey, instead of me to pay, then you will go, mama. I'm sorry. You will go. After you come on, we'll go settle down for family. Yeah.
Yes, that's what's up.
And,
That's what's up. Yes.
Uncle Beno, and that was his question. That was his last question because now Mama said that instead of helping you guys, I would rather go and rent. And the wife is like, let Mama go so she can know what it feels like to have bills, to pay bills in America, so she can understand what we are going through. But the husband is like, I don't want Mama to leave. I'm very protective of Mama. So in
No,
this particular case, what did you tell him? Should he let her go?
see, the husband is the one who is creating trouble here. Even in the first place, the wife is not even supposed to.
Aha.
The wife is not the one to even tell mama that mama should go. That is his
Thank
fault.
you, sir. I said
That's
this.
that's
He's
true.
not
Really,
That's
wise.
true.
He's
Very
not
true.
eh,
matured.
it's not in mama's place. It's not the wife's place to say mama should leave. The husband is the one that will say, okay, mommy, the way it is right now, you see what we are dealing with, and you are
Go,
just
sir.
more extra load on us. And since you are making your money and you can't help, I think for us to be able to manage this our situation, you will have to leave. You have to rent house somewhere. It's simple. That becomes you and your mom. In fact, every man should learn how to protect their wife. There are some decisions that shouldn't come from your wife's mouth. And any wife that is hearing me right now, if you open your mouth and tell your mother-in-law to leave the house, you are completely wrong.
Thank you, sir.
You are
I
overreaching.
said it.
It's not in your place. Instead of you talking to mama and say, Mama, you have to leave, go and face your husband. Drag it, sort it out with your husband. Okay, babe, I think mama may have to leave. Mama should not even hear it at all that you are suggesting it. Because whichever way it is, even if it is the son's decision to say mama should move out, it will still come back to you, the wife. I know we Africans, they will still summarize it and say, oh, the wife. The wife is the one who is chasing mama out of the house.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't want to get yourself involved in that mess. The husband is the one that has to take the lead. It's between him and his mama. This is America. This is not Africa.
Yes, every wise woman knows that. You
Yeah.
don't
So if,
consult your mother-in-law no matter what.
if mama willingly said it herself that instead of me to help you with your bills, I will leave. Mama, leave. Oh, I go help you call agent. You got to go. Yes.
But
So
but it's so unreasonable. I want to talk to African parents there and here in the community. Is that you're gonna go out there? There's no apartment nowadays, Uncle Beno. You can attest to this. That you will pay like less than 1,500 rent, like little studio. It's none. And maybe your child is asking you to contribute $100. That's why it's very painful for the child because you're like, it's like mama gonna go and waste all that money out there.
it's not wasting. Let her go and live the American
Some
dream.
child, she does not love her son. No
No,
good parent wants their child suffer.
I won't say she does not love her son. She just don't
That's how I
understand.
feel.
She just don't understand the system. It's happening all the time.
Then this
Sorry,
whole entitlement mentality.
let me give you an
That's where
instance. One
Uncle
of the
Beno.
things common here in the US, even your friend that comes from Africa, maybe they just come, they have no place to stay, and then you give them accommodation. And while they were living with you, they found job and all that, and they start working. If you are generous, the moment they start working, they are still living with you. They can live with you for maybe another 6 months without paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
They are not paying bills. They go to work, they come back. Now, because they are not paying bills, they're going to be seeing a lot of money. The moment you tell them, okay, buddy, I think you are stable now, you got to get your own place, Wahala go come. Some of them wouldn't want to move out. They will
That's
be
true. That's
pissed.
true.
You know why? Once you start living by yourself in America, you are responsible for all your bills. Whatever amount of money you are making, 70% of it will go on bills. Then you are left with 30%. And that's when the reality will set in, that you will now realize that, oh my God, my friend has been helping me all this while. Now, some of them will take it the wrong way. They will simply say, he's a bad guy. Did you know he chased me out of his house? He said, and that's why sometimes I tell guys, listen, don't help. I'm sorry. I tell people at times, we've all been there. Although the couple of guys that me I help, they are great guys, but I've seen a lot of Africans do this shit to other Africans. So sometimes I tell them, don't help. You see that you tell them, you're only gonna stay in my place until you get a job. Once you are employed, you're just gonna live with me for just one more extra month so you can get your own place. And the moment they get their own place, don't listen to that bullshit begging. Eh, let me just stay one more month. I know you'll be no. Stand your ground and say, you gotta go. Yes, because here's the thing. There's one guy who also came like that. The guy was, he was sharing roommate, doing roommate with a lot of people, and he's working the same amount of money that other people are working. But because
Why?
he's not paying bills,
Mm-hmm.
he has a lot of money. So immediately he started building house in Nigeria.
Wow.
Somebody that's supposed to be saving his money, he was building house in Nigeria. So by the time the friends got wind of that, man, people are suffering. This is America. We are all working like mad here.
Mm-hmm.
When they finally asked him to leave, and then everybody now knew that when he leave one place, he will try to live with another person, and everybody shut him down. He has to go and get his own place. Brother has run back to Nigeria now.
What?
Yeah, because he can't cope. So on this matter of mother-in-law or no mother-in-law, it requires wisdom, and it requires being upfront. And for a man, you're going to have to work with your wife. I've always said this here in America. Any man who don't work with his wife, you are heading for a disaster. Period.
Disaster.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
you are heading for a disaster. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Uncle Beno. Wise
I want
words.
to ask
Thank
a question.
you.
Uchena is saying, I go help you pack your bags. Shout out to you, my brother Uche.
Thank you so much. It's hard. Like you look
I
at,
want to
like
ask
I
a
said,
question.
you live in the community. It's just heartbreaking to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like the parent come and you're happy. 1 year later is drama. Drama, especially, and I've noticed that oftentimes, as long as the parent don't work, there's no problem. Like these houses will be quiet, no issue. The family does, but the moment that the parents start going out to work, that's when you start hearing stuff. And sometimes it's not like you say, it's not just the parent. Sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a brother. The
Mhm.
moment they start working, especially if you don't pay bills, you feel like you have a lot of money and you become complacent. You want to continue to keep all that money, you don't want to let it go, but it's so unreasonable. Because
Mhm.
if you can keep in like $100 or $200 and then save the rest, and not everyone is happy, why wouldn't you do it? Why would you go out there and fall in the system and start giving all your money away? African parents, you have to help your kids. It's
Yeah, they have to help. If they don't want to help, that means they are woke. So let's do it the woke style. Simple. You are not a bad son. The wife is not a bad wife. It's just life happens to them. So, and they're going to have to figure it out. But I will just continue to tell men, when you're bringing your parents to America, whether you are bringing your mom or you are bringing your dad, you have to create time to educate them about life in America. You have to. Because at the end of the day, as a man, you will be the one to lose.
Hmm.
If you fuck up, your wife divorce you, now your problem will skyrocket. If you have children, you're going to pay child support and you will still be fending for yourself. So
Hmm.
it's better you work with your wife. And when I say you work with your wife, I'm not saying maybe you should follow your wife blindly. It means communication. You have conversation. You put everything on the table. You put everything on the table. You figure a way around it. That's why I always preach the single income household. I'm going to do a show on that shortly. Single income household. What does it mean? It means you are not taking your wife's money, your wife is not taking your money, but you both know what you earn. Transparency is key. Your wife know how much you earn every month. You know what your wife earn. You add it together. Then you bring out a plain sheet, a plain sheet of paper. You list all the bills everybody is paying in the house. Now you have a big picture of this is what we are all bringing in at the end of the month. And do you feel me now, Michelle?
Yes, sir.
This is what we
That
bring.
makes a lot of sense.
This is what we are spending. Nobody is collecting anybody's money. Now, let me see who's going to be the witchcraft among both of you. Who's going to be the wicked soul that will say, you know what? Maybe husband is making $5,000 in a month and wife is making $3,000 in a month. And their bill is with card note, with everything. Their bill is about $5,500. Let me see if the wife will say, okay, husband, use all your $5,000 to pay all the bills. Why I keep my own $3,000?
Mm-mm.
That's the power of the single income household. Now you both know what you are dealing with every month. So a good wife will look at it and know that, man, my husband should have something left at least every month. So
Mm.
my husband, this man is making through 5,000. If he's spending 3,000 or 3,005 on our bills, that's okay. Let me supplement the rest of the bill with $1,500 from my income. It's simple thing. It's a conversation you have with your wife. Now you both know that the home front is covered every month. Then any extra thing you are doing overtime or your wife work overtime, it become extra. Then you can begin to think straight. You can both now say, okay, we have to earn more. Our kids are growing. Maybe somebody have to go to school part-time, or we have to start a side income business. You work together as a couple. Not that, oh, hey, my husband is, and there are some dumbass men out there who think, oh, I can't tell my wife what I make. I'm the man. My wife is not supposed. It doesn't matter. You're just going to choke yourself. You will just get stressed out. Because if your wife don't know what you make, and let me tell you, women are smarter. Even if you don't tell her what you make, she knows what you make. Women will figure it. Then this is America. They know where you work. They know your job title. Just simple Google search. It will reveal. In fact, if they go into your job, maybe you are in healthcare or something, if they Google that job with the job description, everything, they know how much you are making. So why hiding it? Now, you want to impress your wife by not revealing what you make. Now, your wife too will pretend, because some women, they are freaky smart. Your wife too will pretend that, oh, my husband is making a lot of money. Oh, she will be hailing you. Oh, baby, can you buy this for me? Oh, baby, can we just go out this weekend and have this? Because you are not being open with her, she's playing along and you'll be drowning. Why? She kept her own money. So do a single income household. Be open, be transparent. Tell your wife, this is what I make. Wife, tell your husband, this is what I make, and this is what we are all paying for. Now you walk through it, because the rule is this: if you want to have a successful marriage, you must have savings. The rule is that from your single income household, you must set aside at least 10% of that single income household every month. Something must be in the bank account for your emergency fund. That's how it works. But if your wife is not in on the plan and you are hiding some shit, bros, now you go crash. Because after all, you are the head of the family. So sometimes the head of family don't work like that in America. Sometimes being head of the family means you have to be transparent with your woman. And then if you are bringing any extra person in, whether it's your mom or it's your wife's mom, both of you must first of all sit down and work out how are we going to navigate when your mom comes or my mom come. What are we going to do? You work it out together. You don't, as a man, your mom don't come and then you team up with your mom and now you are ganging up against your wife. It doesn't work like that. Or maybe the wife's mom comes around and now the wife team up with her mom. They're working against you are going to crash at the end of the day. But when you work together, when your wife says, hey, babe, my mom is coming, and you're like, oh, yeah, I think mama should come. Let mama come and spend some time with us. But what are we going to do? Okay, when mama comes, where will mama stay? What does mama eat? How do we make provision so that when mama is with us, at least everything works smoothly? Okay, tell me more about your mom. You are the one who know your mom. Your wife don't know your mom. And as a wife, you are the one who know your mom. Your husband don't know your mom. So you have this conversation. Tell me about your mom. You open up. You tell your husband, well, my mom is picky. Sometimes if we cook rice in the morning, my mom might say she wants custard.
Mm.
You talk about everything. You let your husband know your mom. You feel me? Now, when your mom comes, and one of the things we do in my own home, we set time. This person that is coming, how long is this person saying? We both agree on how long the person will stay. It doesn't matter whether it's my wife's, my in-law, or it's my own person that is coming. We both agree that, okay, this person is staying 3 months. So before the person comes, we already tell the person, you are staying with us for 3 months. So you plan everything out. So the person cannot come after you both agree the person will stay 3 months. Now the person is starting talking, when Julius' mom come, Julius' mom walk, and Julius' mom stay 1 year. No, that is not the original plan you and your wife have.
African mentality.
Yeah. And if mama finally come, and mama is starting to change it for you, my son, let it be 1 year. No, you have to go back to your wife and say, see what my mom is now saying. No, my mom, I will say my mom will stay 3 months. My mom is now saying maybe she can stay 1 year. Listen, if your wife vibe with your mom, they both have connection, they have chemistry. If your wife figure out that since your mom comes, your mom is happy with the kid, maybe before she can't even do any extra job. No, but now that your mom is around, she's doing extra job. Your wife might even be the one that will say, nothing is bad if mama stay 1 year now. Mama can
Mama
stay.
is staying.
Mama is not
I
disturbing
will
us.
walk my ass out. Mama is staying. Yes.
You feel me now? So you both have that understanding and agreement. But if your wife say, I don't think mama should stay, I think mama should just go. You go back and tell your mama, mommy, I know she'll say you go fit stay. If you are going to stay beyond 3 months, it means you have to be working and you have to rent a place to stay. Don't worry, we will
They make
back
you
you
not
up.
see your wife one side though. Say, my wife say make you not steal.
The man wants that. No, so, I don't know if I make sense to you guys, but I'm just saying.
Yes,
No,
thank
you try, but you try.
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you, Michelle. Make I go and read my show, Gary. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, if you don't follow Uncle Beno, do it. He has amazing, amazing show. Thank you so much for stopping by, Uncle Beno. And we really hope that this helps
Uncle
someone
Ben, I'll
today.
buy you champagne.
All right, all right. Thank you very much for having me. Yeah, yes, Imbi, you
You're
want
welcome.
something?
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, this is very delicate, just like you said, AJ. And it comes down to communication. And please, whatever you do, remember that your spouse should come first, right? I had this friend of mine telling me that her mother-in-law was in the house here in America, that it was so bad at some point that every time she would come into the living room, the mom and her son would stop talking. Like you can tell that they were talking about her. Don't team with your mom against your spouse. And don't do it. And always like work together, take decision together. And I hope that this couple find closure. I know it's not easy. I know, like you said, AJ said in a comment earlier that it's not easy to take African mentality from the mom. Mama came home with her African mentality, entitlement, right? She knows her kids have to take care of her. That's our African mentality. We have Latoya here. She's from America, and she's like, no, in America, everyone has to work. And guess what? It goes a little bit further. When you work, you got to pay bills. That's kind of how it is in America. But mom came with her African mentality. How are you going to take it out of her? Don't brutalize mom. Talk to her, especially the son. Like, I don't agree that the wife should be even part of that in that conversation. It's good that the husband maybe wanted to include his wife. They went together to talk to her, but I feel like the wife shouldn't have part in this conversation. This should be between the son and his mom. And if the mom was on the side of the woman should be the one talking to her mom. Don't involve the daughter-in-law or the son-in-law in this conversation. Talk to your parent, help them see reason, and try to find a common ground. But whatever you do, work with your spouse, right? Because it's you and your spouse against the world. It's not you against the world against your spouse. And I'm not saying that you both should team up against your parent. But all I'm saying is that just try, you as the son, try to talk to your parent, and hopefully she will understand. And I really hope that she doesn't go out there and be on herself, because just the fact that she lives in the house and she see her grandkids, it keeps her healthy. A lot of people lose their mind in this country because of loneliness. So she doesn't realize that just going out, not just her bills going to increase, but just the fact that she's cut off from her family, from her grandkids. She cannot return home and play with her grandkids and all of that. All those things that help her maintain her sanity. She doesn't realize that she's going to miss all these things. And you don't want to be responsible for your parents, like maybe getting into depression or having a stroke. So I really feel like you all can work something together. You all can make it work. Make mama understand that it's in her best interest to stay at home with you all, and maybe just tip in a little bit, just explain to her in such a way that she's going to understand. So, guys, this is the longest that we have gone so far. We are almost 2 hours into the show. Thank you so much for participating today. Thank you, Uncle Beno. You are the best. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, CV. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Luke.
Thank you,
But you
mom.
guys want to say any final words before we go? Luke, for instance, it's been a while since we heard from you. Do you want to say any final words?
I was trying to ask you and Uncle Benu one kind of question before. Let me just ask it. I said you said earlier that to rent a room in the US, small room is like a
Yeah,
$1,500,
like
isn't it?
1,500, like very small. Yeah. Mhm. Yes.
Okay, now now the mom is going out now. I was trying to ask, what kind of job is she doing? If she's will she be earning $1,000 how many dollars in a month to rent a room like that or above?
She's gonna struggle. She's gonna struggle for sure. She is gonna
Ah, that's
struggle. Like
serious. That's serious.
she might even have problem feeding, because I remember when I first got in America, I was working making like $12 an hour. Like when you convert that in African money, you're like, oh, this is a lot of money. And then I
Yeah,
went to
that's
rent
good.
my
That's good.
apartment. That was in 2010. Things were like the apartment that I paid then is twice the price at least, and I'm pretty sure it's more than twice. That apartment was like $700. But I'm telling you that oftentimes when I would pay my bills, I would barely have any money to buy food. It was that bad.
Wow,
You
wow,
know,
wow, wow.
it was I was struggling. It's hard. Like if she leaves the house, I know because here, in order for you to have a great job, maybe you should maybe like have a side business, or you should go to school and have a degree. So I had to go to school to actually kind of better my income. Now, a mommy coming from Africa, you can imagine the kind of job that she does. She didn't go to the university. She didn't get any training, so she's probably not making much. Probably not making much. So and the son knows that mama gonna struggle, and the fact that she's not gonna see her grandkids when she come home, the fact that she's gonna come to an empty house at the end of the day, she could get into a depression. He knows that things will not,
That would
it's
be a
gonna
big
be
issue.
hard. So, but mama doesn't realize it. She's just very angry. She's upset. So she doesn't get this. But I'm pretty sure they can work it out.
Very well, very well, very well.
All right, guys. I'm
Okay,
gonna
mom.
let you go. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Latoya. Latoya keeps coming back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everyone who participated for the first time. So, guys, continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe. And I'm actually gonna, we are not live on Facebook, but I'm actually gonna put this on Facebook because I know what is going on around me in this community. This is what people are going through every single day. And more people need to hear this. So share this on your status on WhatsApp. Share this in WhatsApp group, in Facebook communities. Some people need to hear this. And thank you so much, Uncle Beno. You brought a lot of wisdom to the table. I hope this helps someone. Guys, God bless you. I'm gonna let you go now. We'll see you next week. If you're
Bye,
going through,
guys.
if you have a letter, if you have something that you're going through, please, you know how to get in touch with me. Send a message, let us know, and we'll talk about it. All right? Without mentioning your name. This was a letter from the heart. God bless you. Bye.
Imagine a world where borders are no barriers to love. Welcome to African Abroad Date, a platform for Africans living in the US, Canada, Europe, Australia, and beyond seeking meaningful connections. We've been in the business of love for over 5 years, helping millions find their match. We offer a community where you can search for potential partners based on location, profession, and more. Our profiles are verified, and we provide options to maintain your privacy. Our mission: to help you find lasting love no matter where you are. Sign up today at www.africanabroaddate.com. Bid loneliness goodbye. Let love cross borders, because with African Abroad Date, you're never alone.